Just different.
All right, so there's a trend going on, and I don't think there's anything wrong with demanding your worth when it comes to dating, or saying, like, having certain expectations and standards that people have to meet. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But there's a trend going on of people being more so like, you have to do this specific thing to get this specific thing, instead of letting things come organically. And that's what we call transactional dating. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing where, like, as a guy, obviously, I feel like women do it more because I date women. I don't know how often men do it, but it seems like to me that women do this thing where it's like, oh, you got to take me on a date. You have to do this, you have to do that to get this, whether that be sex, whether that be you can come to my house, whether that be whatever it is, you know what I mean? It's like a this for that, and it makes a lot of guys feel like, damn, is the pussy for sale or not? Like, that's what it feels like at times. Like, it feels like the pussy is for sale. Like I'd rather just directly pay for it than do all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels transactional and it doesn't feel organic. It feels like you're more concerned about what I can do than who I am, or what I'm willing to do than who I am. That's the topic of the day: transactional dating. Welcome to Terry Rosen Podcast. We got our guest today, special guest.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Ramee. Just me.
Why does she talk so low when it's time to record?
It's just me.
It is just me.
Like, before the camera come on, she all talking normal.
I was
shit.
singing.
And then it's time to record.
We
and now
was
niggas wanna
singing.
be-
That shit
Yeah.
was different.
Facts.
Okay.
And it's cold in here. Shit.
It's freezing.
that.
We hate to tell how you be
I
having.
mean, the
us
heat is on. It's
in
just
this,
it takes
in
it takes a second to heat up. I don't live down here.
This
where the
conversation's
magic
gonna get
happens.
real hot.
Head ass. Okay.
See what you did there.
All right. So welcome Ramee to the show. Ramee is on A Man's Perspective podcast, which is also an FC Network podcast that's hosted by Reggie Jones. So check out A Man's Perspective. Follow them on IG and catch up with all of those great conversations that they're having over there. It's a very similar podcast, content wise, to this, but of course, different original topics and different personalities, obviously, as well. And they got some great episodes that I really enjoy. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts.
Me either.
That's so nice.
Yeah, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but that's one that I do listen to.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
transactional dating. How would you all define transactional dating?
Honestly, I looked up the word transactional prior to coming, and it's literally just an exchange of something,
Okay.
which I feel like is not a bad thing.
Right.
But I do, when you said men feel like, well, women do it the most, like, you can get this from me if you give me this. Men only kind of want one thing, like, it's pussy. Whether you put it as coming to my house or pussy, like, what else I want? Like, no, it's not like, I want dinner. Like,
You
like,
niggas
we
don't come in the gate like,
yeah,
I want to be nurtured and taken care of.
Yeah,
and,
it's just one
be
thing.
Like, bitch, I'm trying to, and then
Fuck.
if that's good, then we see what's to the next.
Yeah, it's
the
not,
next shit.
even if y'all like, oh, let me come over your house or spend time. Spend time is like, you whipping your dick out at some point.
I know that your last,
you're gonna try
your
to fuck.
main goal is
to
have
fuck.
sex.
Like, y'all have one
that's
goal.
it.
Or sometimes like, I would like some flowers. You know what I'm saying? I can't, and I don't know how to say that. Or I would like to go out to dinner and like have some fun outside with you, or go dancing or something. We have things that we actually like want. Y'all have like one thing. So we know the one thing.
Right.
It's a list of things. Like, if I can get one off this, he can get some pussy. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna start there first.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ken, what do you think?
I totally agree with pretty much everything she said. It's an exchange. It's like, hey, if you consistently date me, if you show me that you're consistent in communication and dating, linking up, whatever,
I'll give you that
we can fuck.
one thing.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Thing
That
you
one
want.
thing that she really want. Like, okay, like, hey. But like, I feel like with women, it's like, we want, if we really interested in a man and we not, because don't get me wrong, women do it too. Some women just want to fuck as well. But when you're really interested in a guy and you see it going somewhere, you want a lot of things in between having sex.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like the chances get higher of shit going left after you have sex. Everybody knows that. Sex changes everything. So this person that you thought was like, oh, we was good until we had sex. This bitch might have got crazy. This nigga might have ghosted you. That's all he wanted. Like, blah, blah, blah. well, at least I got something to fucking show for it instead of a wet ass.
And also, and I was about to say too. I was gonna say
Thus.
too, like it's a defense deposit. It's like if I get something out of this prior to you just fucking me, I got something. Like if you fuck me and leave, cool. I got something out of this motherfucker, and I think that's how it's a defense mechanism. Like I'm gonna get something out of this because maybe I do like you, maybe I do fall for you, but you're gonna get some pussy.
When I was younger, I used to think of it like, okay, if we fuck, that's a transaction, like that benefits, but we both had sex with each other. Like I got some pussy, you got some dick, whatever. But now that I'm older, I do realize that most women don't come from casual sex. So like it's not really a fair exchange most times. You know what I'm saying? Like most times, and she's probably not gonna get an experience either. So it's just like we had the sex segment already, but just kind of going back to that, like, you know, most guys is just probably putting you in 3 positions and busting a nut. And you might enjoy it and you might not. But at the end of the day, you don't know.
You don't know until you know.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
you might have enjoyed it, but did you nut?
But did you?
But did you nut? Like
Because experience versus orgasm, 2 different things.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's how I used to look at it. I would hear somebody say what you just said and be like, well, we both fucked. Like you like what? Like what's the problem? But yeah, it's not really the same.
And honestly, I feel like even if that were the case, like even if it was like, okay, bitch, we both had sex. Like even if she did come, like that don't be our end goal. So it'd be like whether I decide to give this pussy to the nigga on the first day or the 30th day, like that was not my end goal.
But if his end goal is just to have sex, then y'all smoked regardless of how the shit go. If
I'm
you're
not
dealing
going
with
to
a guy whose
necessarily
end goal is to
say,
have
okay,
sex,
maybe
you're
end goal
smoked.
might be terrible terms,
Yeah.
so to speak. Because I don't think that men always go in a situation only wanting to fuck.
Yeah.
I just think that is top priority.
Yeah, it's primary.
Yeah.
But I feel like that work for the fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if that's they end goal. Like if I want to
But you
just
still
fuck
fucked, regardless of how long they wait.
it's fine. But I got a lot of shit out of this prior to. Like that's fine. Like if that's your end goal, great. But
That
you
sucks.
took me.
It does
It
suck,
does suck. But like you got to play the game. That like
That
it
sucks.
do
But
suck.
you don't have to play the game.
You don't. No. Hell no. You don't have to play the game. But in if we gonna do this, if I find you attractive, you find me attractive, and you come at me,
Yeah.
especially the way men come at niggas, most women go, I'm gonna run that shit. What? You clearly want to fuck me. And I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make you wait as long as I can make you wait and do the things I want you to do.
Right.
I'm gonna puppet this since you're gonna come at me like a puppet master.
I got a definition for transactional dating. It says a transactional romantic relationship is when someone keeps tabs of what they give or receive from their spouse.
Ooh.
It's a behavior meaning it's deep. It's a behavior meaning it's deeply rooted in a person's subconscious and personality. So when you think about gift giving, you think about it can go kind of beyond the surface level of dating. We're in the dating segment, so we're talking about it from that. This is from that. The definition I just read was from marriage.com. So they're talking on a whole nother level, right? And that's more about like maybe gift giving, what you're doing. So you could be in a relationship and looking at it like I'm giving. And that's how most relationships end. When you think about it, like everybody feels like they're giving more than they're receiving, and both people feel that way. And that's usually because we're giving something that the other person doesn't want. We're giving people what we want.
Yeah,
most of the
and
time.
expecting them to give it back to us because that's what we want.
Yeah. So it's like, and I was just thinking about this not too long ago. I was actually gonna do a monologue about this. I probably still am, but it's just like most people love the way that they would like to be loved, and not the way that the person needs them to love them.
I just said this to somebody.
You know, for example, men give women advice a lot, and y'all don't want advice most times. Y'all just want to vent. But if we have a problem, we want a solution, and that's all. We don't want to. Niggas, everybody complains, but niggas want a solution to their problems. If I come to another man about a problem, it's because I feel like I couldn't solve it myself. I need a solution. That's what I'm coming for.
Yeah.
You can have a situation where a woman comes to you for advice. All niggas can attest to this, whether it be your friend, your mom, whoever. They come to you for advice, or you think it's for advice. They come to you talking about a problem.
I was gonna say because it's not advice.
They come to you
it's not
talking
for
about
advice.
a problem, and then as they vent about it, you think of solution after solution, and you give them the solutions. They don't even acknowledge any of them, and they continue to complain.
Yeah.
And we're sitting here like, what the fuck? Like I just
Like, I'm
gave you
telling
like
you what
4
to do,
ways
like, you
to
could cut
solve
all
this
of
issue.
this.
Why are we still talking about this? And the thing is, she just wants to be heard. She just wants to express herself. Like there's not, she's not looking to solve this issue. She just wants to be heard. She just wants to get it off her chest. And
See.
when you just give advice, that's not what she wants. That's yours. So it's almost like if it was Christmas and you want a PS5 and some Timbs. So you give your girl a PS5 and some Timbs, and she's looking like, what the fuck? I wanted Tiffany. What the fuck is this?
It's like
Like,
I know you're going to keep these in the crib.
you would never do that.
These are for me.
But that's how we love people, though.
But I also think, too, like, when it comes to, like, I think that men fail to realize, like, when women want to vent or when women just want to be heard or whatever, oftentimes, I'll be honest, like, sometimes I be having a solution already.
Yeah. We always had a solution, though.
Yeah.
It's just like,
So it's like, if I already got the solution and I'm just wanting to vent because I just need to get this energy out of me.
Yeah.
And off of me or whatever, even though I know, like, after I get, like, the group chat yesterday, I solved the problem, but I really needed to talk about that shit because in the moment, I was just like,
I don't want to punch somebody's head off their shoulders.
I gotta be there today. Like, I'm finna go up in there. I don't want to go up in there feeling negative. Yeah. So it's like, let me talk to my friends. Like, let me get some feedback from my friend. I already knew what I was gonna do about it.
Yeah.
But still, I just wanted to vent. So, of course, if I already know what I'm gonna do about it and I'm coming to somebody to just discuss it and they steady throwing out, it's like, shut the fuck up.
I know, nigga.
Yeah.
That's why.
But that's the thing. We don't know that you know what you want to do about it.
Facts, that's true. So
But-
you can't kind of throw in there like, damn, I know what I'm gonna do, but damn, still, like, this got me feeling away or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think my advice to men would be, don't give a solution unless it's asked specifically. Like,
What do you
what
think
should
I
I
should
do
do?
about it? What do you think I should do? If she's not asking that, don't get a solution. And if she's not asking that, or let's say you do start giving solutions and you see that shit is not working, you need to realize she's just trying to vent and she wants to hear more shit like, yeah, that bitch got you fucked up. It's all good. But that's what she want to hear. That's what she want to hear.
You just want another
Yeah.
homeboy response.
You don't need to
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
just text her and reach out and see if you can know.
If you feel like
Sucker.
we on a tangent right now, but and if you feel like she's wrong about, because a lot of times the chick will come vent to
That's a
you
slippery
about,
slope.
oh, my friend did this, da da da, and you sitting here like, bitch,
Bitch,
you're
you the
wrong.
one that-
Like, you're wrong.
You're the problem.
You're the problem. You should tell her that another time.
Yeah,
Right?
don't tell her that while she
If
in
you
the
feel like she
moment.
wrong, don't egg her on and say, yeah, that bitch got you fucked up. Just be like, damn, I hear you, babe.
I
Like,
hear you,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
That's fucked
Cool.
up, like,
but
you know.
you can tell her she wrong another time. Not right now. All right, back to the transactional dating shit specifically. Specifically, right?
Holding on to
But-
changes.
Yeah, it could be in a relationship, thinking about gifts. Oh, my birthday, you dating somebody. Let's talk about dating. You dating somebody, their birthday come a month before you. Y'all, you know the pressure
Yeah,
is
that's
on.
so irritating.
You know the
that's
pressure
so
is
irritating.
on. Like they gonna base your gift off of their gift, right? So you like shit like that.
if
Like,
it's
that's
not
transactional
genuine, like
dating.
I feel like that's when it's ingenuine a little
Absolutely.
bit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I feel like that's not like
I
know?
never gave a fuck about what I spent on somebody I actually love.
I've never given a fuck about what somebody spent on me in regards to gifting me. Like if it's something thoughtful,
Yeah.
and like you like had this on your mind or whatever it may be, like I'm not gonna be like, you gave me this motherfucking $100 whatever, and nigga, I bought your ass a $350. Like, no, I bought you what I wanted to get you, and you got me what you wanted to get me. Like that's when you can kind of pinpoint when somebody not being genuine.
And it's crazy because I started the show saying that women are more transactional, and now that I think about it, I see where men doing it. Now that I think about it, because I'm thinking about my homies, and they always I got homies who like flex a lot on the internet. So chicks come at them different. I don't flex at all. So chicks don't come at me like, oh no, take me here, take me there.
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
But I got
yeah.
homies who like, they regular niggas, but they kind of make it seem like they got more than what they got.
Yep.
So it's like they be in the group chat blue about chicks asking them for money or asking them to take him here or there.
But it's like, nigga, you on here with you designer down,
Yeah.
you going out of town every week, you doing this, that, and if you want to fuck with me, why can't you do this?
Yeah, so
Because you ain't got it like that.
they like are always keeping tabs on like, damn, I spent $50. I spent this shit was $90.
It's
this
not
shit was
genuine.
So it's like, but if you like her,
You don't give a fuck about that.
you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying?
And if you really ain't
so it's
got
like,
it,
you just trying to get some pussy.
you don't need to be dating.
So it's kind of like you are being transactional because you really just trying to
absolutely.
see,
You doing
trying to get
this.
some pussy for the least amount of effort, money, and time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of transactional on both sides, and the chick is trying to. She know the game, like you just said.
Yeah.
So she trying to pull the most out of you.
I was gonna
It's fucked up.
It
I was
is.
gonna ask something too. So you know how women will look at a man that's flexing and be like, "Well, this is what he do. So this is why he gets treated the way he do." Do men also look at women like, as like, I see this as a certain type of woman. I kind of gotta spend something, not even in a bad way, but like I need to take her out. Like, you know, whether that be her presence without her saying something. Like, do y'all know that immediately?
So it's gonna go off of her presence for sure, but also it's a combination of that and your access to her. Mm-hmm. So like it's certain chicks that like just how they move, you know, I gotta offer the date off back. It gotta be like, hey, can we go here on this date? Off like first interaction type shit.
What does that look like?
It just gotta be a bitch that you feel like is like on your level or above, whatever that is. Because every nigga got a different. If I say like a 6 to me, could be a 4 to another nigga and an 8 to another nigga.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like whatever your like 6s and under are probably the chicks who you just might, hey, what you on?
Let me slide.
It might not be let me. I don't do the whole let me slide shit, but I will do like
that's good.
I'm going
that's
here.
Good.
With the guys or some shit, can
link?
you meet us up there? Like link type shit, like link somewhere.
So this is not
shit.
a date,
not a date at all.
Right? Okay, I feel
but
that.
The chicks that I feel like is 7s and ups, and it might not just be looks. It's looks primarily,
with your friends.
but it is also how you present yourself. I'm definitely kicking it off with a date. But it also, once you in that 7 range though, if I got a lot of access to you, it might not start with a date. That's like if I have no access, you just somebody on social media, it's gonna have to start a date. But if you somebody who I'm around a lot, it might not start with a date. It might start with like something more simple. Hey, it's game night, pull up type shit. Because I know you. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends.
And we still spending time, just not like just us.
I'm not
against that.
I'm not mad at that. I'm also unfortunate.
I'm not a 7.
I do. I'm not. I don't think that I'm a 6 and under, but I love my first interaction. I prefer like pull up so I can see how everything works first. I like that, and then take me on a date because I don't even know if I'm interested either.
This is my thing with the whole date shit. It's like if I don't know you, I might offer a date, but expensive date or like all this like you know how shit is right now on social media and all that shit. Yeah. Like I don't mind doing shit like that, but if I don't know you, I don't give a fuck who you are, how you look. I'm not doing that shit. We got to at least talk on the phone a couple times to see if I'm interested. You have to show me something.
I genuinely feel like that's the dumbest shit that men do and turn around and complain about.
What?
Spending a lot of money on dates.
But a woman will be like, yo, like, I'm not this type of bitch. You can't take me here. You can take me to go get a lava cake at Chili's. Then I can know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, like, we could just go get a lava cake at Chili's.
Like, I can go to Sugar Shack, give me a funnel cake. We can take a walk around the block. Like,
you know what's crazy? I want to do like dating content. Like, you know how people do the reels where they do like foodie shit or travel shit? I want to do that, but for dates and put like the price of like how much whether I'm talking about everything.
That's
like
decent.
If I bought flowers for the chick, if we went to here, then we went to Apple Spot, how much was the whole
or whether she went home with me.
And do a bunch of like Groupon, like fun shit to where that's like, hey, you could go on a nice ass date for under
I'ma steal it.
120 maybe.
And I think that's a great idea because I think it starts with I don't know how to impress her, and we like thoughtful shit, like a little $25 ticket to a comedy show and a little reggae club and a shot. We good. Like that'll impress me more than somebody trying to take me to a 5-star.
I didn't ask for me
because there's no creativity.
That I didn't ask for. Like I didn't even like I could understand if I'm like been putting in your ear like, oh my god, it's this new steakhouse that I really been want to try, like and then you just had to take me there, and it's like okay, cool, like but for you to do that off the rip. I feel like you putting me on a pedestal. Kind like I appreciate you feeling like, oh, this is the caliber that I should be at. But it's just like you not watching how I carry myself if you think that that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
you know.
Would y'all say that like people are transactional because of just the space of dating that we in? Like, and I feel like social media might have created the space a little bit. But even before social media, even like movies I watch about like the 90s and the 80s, like it was some of this shit going on back then too. Maybe not as much. But do y'all feel like being transactional was kind of like this reactionary thing? Because I think when we were young and we were in high school and we first started experiencing like dating and love, it's not like that.
We don't give a fuck about nothing.
It's not like that. I think
we be looking for free shit.
It's like this learned experience.
I was a learned behavior. I was just gonna say that.
Yes, absolutely. I think that it kind of comes too with experience, negative experience at that.
Right.
Negative experience in dating, getting your heart broken. Really like this girl, she fucked your head up. Really like this nigga, he ghosted you. Really, and I think it gets to the point for both parties where they like, if that's going to be the end all be all anyway, especially when that's becoming your experience consistently, it's like, okay, I got to switch some shit up. Like if this motherfucker gonna ghost me anyway, or if this
Boundaries.
girl gonna not give a fuck
Yeah.
about what the fuck I'm doing for her anyway, then bitch, you gotta give me some.
That's why
And
I called it a defense
you gotta give me
deposit. I
some.
called it a defense
Yes,
deposit because
yes.
I'm on defense. Like
I'm
just
this
in
is my
case you
defense
fuck over me, I
from
can
past
get off
experience.
this and be like, well, he paid for this. Well, I went here.
I got a bag.
I got something
woo-woo.
out of this.
Absolutely.
It's a deposit that you
Absolutely.
make or that a man will make on a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they come out. But I was going to say two things. One, I think it's a learned experience. So generationally, you know, I've heard my aunts and stuff say like, you know, it's the why would he buy the calf? You getting the milk for free shit? So, you know, pay for this milk, one. And also, like, why you coming home without money in your pocket? Like, you just fucked
With
the
a wet
man.
ass.
Like, why you
And
ain't
nothing
getting
to show
nothing?
for it.
That don't make sense. You asking me for money. Why you fucking him? That don't make sense. Like, people's mothers was asking
Yeah,
this, you know?
absolutely.
And I also think that just women
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
that you go fuck a nigga and you come
I'm
home
saying
and
like
your
that
mother's
somebody's
telling
mother saying this to you, or like that thought process is kind of being indoctrinated on people. Like, is this being transactional a good thing or a bad thing, or should we even categorize it as good or bad?
I don't think it can be categorized. I think everything's situational. I think to what extent is this transactional? Because like if you all are giving to each other and you're exchanging, then in an instance that's transactional, but in a healthy way, you know? But at the end of the day, like if it's gonna be like hell bent on people are counting what they're doing and I'm keeping a ledger,
And
then
everything.
it's just like that's bad. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
it's like
and
it's-
every
it's-
time I have sex with you,
I'm
I need
like
something from you.
I sucked this nigga dick 5 times and this nigga ain't, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
that
I
type
ain't
of
even
shit,
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit that's like, So I don't think it's anything wrong. I mean, my mother told it to me too, but that was based on her experience.
Yeah.
So she was I feel like she was kind of trying to keep me from just being one of them, like, all you got to show for it is what?
Yeah, you could get that way when you feel like you're being deprived or something though too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, so it might not be like just transactional in nature, but it might be like, damn, like I really want this thing and I haven't gotten it, and I'm not trying to press somebody about it, but I'm trying to take the initiative and do shit for them so they'll want
So
to do
they
shit
can,
for me.
and they're not
and
picking
they're
up
not,
on it.
and now you feel deprived of it, and now you
And now you don't put too much out,
in
and
a
you got
relationship.
nothing back.
and
Look.
if you don't know how to
Yeah.
handle that, then you fuck from the
And then
jump.
I think too, like a lot of like, I think like it can come after, like it can come in a situation like say you're dating somebody and y'all been dating and things aren't transactional. Like this is just genuine energy. Like if you do for me, cool. I do for you. We do for each other when we can. Whatever. Nobody's overthinking it. But think about when a motherfucker fuck up with you or do something
and now you thinking
that
back
they
to-
gotta not even
Oh.
doing shit that they gotta apologize for, doing shit that they now after that, from that point forward, it becomes like everything I do now for you from this point forward. Even if it's not on the forefront of my brain, it's in the back of my brain.
that I've done
That now nigga, you done fucked up, but I'm still being who I am because I can't help that. But now I'm like,
counting.
all right, okay, that's what, okay. That's that. Okay, cool. Like, all right, that's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
thing. Okay, cool. And that's when I feel like that's when it becomes like not healthy.
Okay. Ramee, what was the other thing you was gonna say? I think you had two things.
Oh, also, I was saying like, so I said generational one, but then I also think some part of like our generation, social media makes women hold a posture that they don't have and have an expectation, like where
They
they not
deserve.
holding their
Yeah.
posture. Like you think you this raw ass bitch to deserve something and give me the bag, I want
you're
the shit, but it's
not.
just like,
You're
baby,
not.
you don't have half the shit you asking
And there's
for.
so many women like that.
Yeah,
and
it's
men
like
will tell
you asking for a daddy and not a a man. A,
part-
man
you
being
want
a
a
man is
partner
just not
or
is not
father.
monetary. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the posture that these women holding, like they the baddest bitches, and one visually, aesthetically, like you not that, and then on top of
Yeah,
that,
I
it's like
experienced that.
the person that you are. You haven't even put time into your person to be something to hold that posture. Because again, like I
After
feel
you
like
get fucked, the personality. That's when the personality got to kick in.
yeah,
And it
but
come
but
out.
then it's like I feel like sometimes a man could like look at you and be like you could kind of see they come at you how you present yourself. You know what I mean? So you gonna get treated how you acting, like you know what I mean? So I just feel like they holding like I'm such a bad bitch, but like if a nigga gotta be like, what you bring to the table, it's already a rap, bitch.
It's
Because
a
he
rap. If
don't
he gotta
see it.
ask, he don't see it.
It's a
It's
money
smoke.
talk, wealth whispers thing. Like,
It's
I don't gotta go
smoke.
tell nobody, like, I'm that bitch. Like, you either gonna know what you
Or you
want.
not.
Yeah, I agree. Let's push it forward a little bit. If you had to say who's more transactional between women and men, what would you say?
Women.
You feel like it's women?
Hands down.
I feel like women maybe until men get married.
Ooh.
I feel like men, and that was gonna be my other thing is that does age play a role in that?
Damn.
Or if you feel like it's just marriage or like
I
situation?
think it's marriage. I think once you start like paying mortgages and like that expectation, it gets like, you know, in the heat of the moment. And I've heard, you know, you tell your guys and it's just like, I'm paying the mortgage, I'm paying the bills, she ain't doing nothing. But it's just like, you're not seeing what I'm doing on the back end or holding shit up, whatever the case may be. So I do feel like it becomes transactional after, like when a maybe monetized when you, I don't know, when it's money involved, as far as like now you taking care of everything, then you start kind of counting, like, because it gets a little hard, I'm sure, you know what I mean? But like also in marriage, like if that's a discussion y'all had, that's the role you took on. So I feel like then, but when it get hard, then shit is, now I do all this, I pay for everything, I do this, you know, so now it's like, so
Damn, nigga, did you want to do it or not?
yeah, like, you know,
Did
now
you
you
really
throwing it in
wanna
my
do it or
face,
no?
and
Like-
I think that's when a transactional thing. So we transactional probably in the forefront prior to getting married.
Yeah.
Cause we just throwing it out there, like if a nigga biting on this, you gonna, if I say
him
give me
bite.
some money, you gonna give me some money? I'm gonna ask for some
ask
money.
for some money. Yeah.
It's crazy because I think that like a lot of the roles, like I think it might be need to have like real relationship job descriptions and shit like that, because I think we say vaguely like, oh, if a man is paying all the bills, it's a woman's job to take care of the home. What does that fucking look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that really look like? And again, like this shit all started way back when women didn't have the right to work. So it wasn't like a thing of like a man really wanted to take this role. He was just dying to pay all these bills. It
No,
was a
that's
thing of,
not.
like,
It was like, I had
you know what I'm
to.
saying? Like this was this
There was
tradition
no
was
choices.
made because women
Patriarchy.
just didn't have because of patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? So now that times are different, it feels different to pay all the bills when your woman is working or she does have the opportunity to work.
Yeah.
It feels a lot different because it probably was a lot less blame back then. It's like you can't work.
And
if you
that's
wanted to.
crazy because
But
it also
now-
feel different if it's not working.
Yeah, so you have
But
that. But I also think that like in my opinion, you have to be making a man's job, a man's life easier.
That's what I was gonna say.
Specifically his life, not
Y'all,
the home,
yes.
not the child, not
Yes.
doing some shit that you would be doing. Like if you had a job, you probably still gonna nurture this child more than me because you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing to make his life easier specifically for him and nobody else? So that's the thing.
I was gonna say too, like, I feel like back in those days when that was a responsibility or whatever the case may be, like, when that was a transaction, like I can't work, you could work, but I can make your life easier. Like your lunch is made, your clothes are out, like you coming into
Ironed,
hot
washed.
meals, like you hot baths, like clean house, like for real. Like men don't understand that shit until
Yes.
like y'all men. I
Yeah.
feel like y'all can live in a box of Wi-Fi. Like, you know, just y'all have no understanding of maintenance, luxury, self care for yourselves until a woman come in and be like, you like,
Nigga.
damn, it smells
Yes,
good in here.
It's been clean
Damn.
for a
Yeah.
week.
Well, even on top of that, like helping kids with homework, taking care of like
Yeah.
parent teacher conferences. Like if the whole financial load is on me, that's the only thing that,
That should
I
be
have
on
to
me.
worry about.
Yes.
Like if it's other shit I want to get into, I don't want to worry about. I want to go to the parent teacher, then cool. But outside of that, it's like I don't have to focus on anything. Like I can be completely relaxed when I leave work.
I personally visualize it as like if my nigga paying all the bills and like I don't have to worry about no bills, whether I'm working or not, like whether I'm a stay-at-home mom or I got a job, but he's letting me use my money to fund my
My
dreams
life,
or my
yeah.
business or whatever the case may be. I just feel like that nigga shouldn't have to lift a finger after work. Like when he come home, if there's manly things to do around the house.
Absolutely.
Now listen, if there's things that I can't fucking do now, don't be looking like, bitch, I was at
Yes.
work and I'm like, well, I can't fucking clean the gutters, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Hey.
That's different. But I feel
Blowing
like in
leaves
terms
and
of the
shit.
things of like, nigga need to come home getting fed. Period. Like, bathwater ran. Well, niggas don't be taking baths. That's another thing. That's a whole nother subject. But yeah, like shit needs to be like laid out on the table.
Yeah.
Like period. Like you come in, you take your clothes off. That's it for you.
I feel that
it for
too,
you.
but like that also doesn't like demean your responsibilities as a father. Like you still need to spend time with your kids, and
that's
also
it. Kids are involved.
and
of
also
course.
I
Yes.
also like just because you working all the time don't mean I don't get my time too. Like you know with
Absolutely.
you like intimacy, like as you know what I'm saying, like not fucking, but like
Laying
intimacy. Like you
up
get to you definitely get to
yeah.
make the make money, and I will make your life easier, but like. That don't mean like I'm your maid.
Your
I'm your
servant. Yeah.
woman. Like, and I do
Yeah.
want to spend intimate time. So you don't just get to like come home, watch TV, eat, and go to bed. Like,
think,
it's me time. It's us time too.
I think
like
that's another transactional way too. Like your transaction to me is that you're gonna pay these bills. My transaction to you is all you gotta do is work. When you come home, that's it.
Hey, but this,
And in the middle, it's like what we bring to each
you
other
my
is
man,
the
and I'm your
intimacy
woman. Like
with
I
each
need
other.
you still.
I kind of forgot this point, and this is a different side of it, because men kind of play a big role in taking care of the home as well, not just financially. Because like, yes, a woman's gonna take care of the inside of the home, but niggas is cutting grass, shoveling snow, raking leaves, taking out trash, like. So niggas
rarely
is taking
doing that
care of
shit.
this house
Niggas
too.
will hire somebody before they do that shit. But yeah.
Either way,
I mean, if y'all living in a condo, then yeah, you take. But if you own a home, niggas is yeah.
cause I'm not
Fixing
gonna
shit.
even, but I'm not gonna even lie. Like I spent $100, $120 on a shorty to come clean up the motherfucking house. Cause I'm not really domestic.
Yeah.
So as long as it
We
get
pay
done and it
somebody.
don't bother you, you know what I'm saying? As long as it get done, I will maintain the house. But if you think I'm finna be on my
I'll cut
knees,
some grass though.
I'll shovel some snow
I'll
and
garden.
take out the garbage.
Like
but
the garden's gonna look great. Like fuck, I got a green thumb.
Yeah.
Like, but other shit.
We don't give no fuck about that garden.
Where you just know. I don't give a fuck about the garden. And that's what makes the home look nice.
Until they don't care about the garden, so they go out in the summer and they're like, damn, I have a
This
nice ass
motherfucker
backyard.
Look at this shit. Think she got
Look.
roses and shit. I didn't even know she was growing no
She
roses.
laid some tile. We got a patio
She got
set.
rocks and water.
Question: is there a time that it's necessary to be transactional? That you feel like you would like. Then that time that you would advise somebody, if your friend came to you about it, you was like, hey, would you advise somebody to be transactional?
If
Or you
you
feel like it's a need.
if you look, not even look back. So I'm a big everybody eats, no one checks receipts type of bitch. But if you've done so much for a person, on either end, male or female, and like you just had this aha moment,
Just
and you
one
just sit
thought.
down one time, and you like, I'm putting so much, whether it be money or just time and energy, and you like, damn, like I'm not getting
And
what
reciprocated nothing.
I'm not getting served back in no capacity, whether it's intimacy, whether it's anything. I think, you need to look at the transaction receipts. You do got to do audit at that point, because it's like I'm putting, you got to do like a hard audit. Like I'm putting in this work, I'm paying for this stuff. Like
So I got.
I'm not getting shit back at
So
all.
do you feel like at that point it's too late? Like, cause
No, because you did it.
if my friend coming to me like, hey, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, look at the shit you've been doing in the last year or 6 months or whatever. Now I'm going to tell her, like, now start asking for some shit back. Like,
No, you
is it
don't
too
ask
late?
for shit back, but you take, again, like, I feel like you do an audit, you be like, the number's not adding up.
So you
Whether
just
it's
stop.
you just kind of,
Fall back a little.
because now you have a
And
realization.
see, like, what you finna do now.
Exactly, like you're not in the vortex no more. You know what I'm saying? So when you in the vortex, you can't see what you're doing. You
The
just being
vortex.
who you are, and you giving what you give. Like I can't stop giving.
Being who
That's who I am.
Yes.
So if I gotta,
Yes.
if I look at it and I'm like, I'm not gonna pull back and be with you. Like I can't do that. I gotta keep going. So you gonna have to remove yourself slowly
Yeah.
but surely. But do your
I
thing.
think it's a slippery slope when you sit down and think about and say that like I'm not getting anything out of this. And the reason why I say that is because I have been on the end of a situation where
Same.
I for sure was doing shit for a person and they felt like they like
You know shit.
yeah, and I
This
like
is-
they
okay,
don't
this
really
cool.
be doing shit for me, and I'm
This
just
cool or
like
whatever.
okay, but it's like to have to explain to somebody
you
that
don't.
I'm already
that's like the
checking
end of the
out.
relationship.
Yeah, like I'm already
You get what
checked
I'm saying?
out.
So my thing is like, because then like in my position, I was like, okay, well, actually I do this, and that. It's like, but other than that,
And it's
You don't do shit. It's
wait,
like-
No, you don't list. I don't feel
But-
like you list it though. You don't list it. It's just something that you make yourself aware of, and then you move
Well, when
accordingly.
a person
no,
coming
that's
at
not what
you
I'm
telling
saying.
you what you don't do, I'm listing that shit.
I'm saying, I'm not even saying that somebody has to list it. I'm saying that when you sit back and you try to say that I'm not getting anything out of this, you might be overlooking a lot of shit.
True.
Because a lot of
That you can't
times when
see.
somebody do something on you on the regular, it becomes expectation
Expected.
instead of something that you appreciate. You know what I'm saying? So for example, if I take you to work every day, I don't have to take you to work every day. But if I do this shit every day, like for a lot of people, that's just the norm. That's not something you're doing for me.
But when you have stuff to do now,
Now it's
and
like,
now
nigga,
you
what mean
they'll
can't
see
take
that
me?
they'll see it's something you gonna feel that shit.
What do you mean
When-
you have stuff to do? I don't get what you're
Like,
saying.
Like if you can't take me to work now.
Because I'm making.
Okay, that's cool. What I'm saying is when you sit back, the person who's sitting back trying to say that nothing's happening for them, I'm pretty sure you're overlooking. It's a reason why you're in this relationship. I'm pretty sure you're overlooking something to say that like there's nothing happening for you.
I think that
And I think that's just a dangerous thing to do.
I think when people have been with somebody for a lengthy amount of time and then they just sit back like this motherfucker, like I did shit for me. It's probably something specific that they're thinking of that this person hasn't done.
Yeah.
But
That they want done. And
Probably.
expect this person to read their minds. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Instead of just
'Cause
saying
they-
like,
if they haven't been
Also-
doing shit
done
for you,
all of that
it
and I
wouldn't be
appreciate that, but I want this.
if they just ain't been doing shit for you, I
That's
don't think it would be an
different.
aha moment. I think you would
No,
know
it's gonna
that.
be like I'm
But-
stupid as fuck and I've been knowing this.
Also, too, I'm not saying you don't do shit for me. I'm saying like something about our situation no longer serves me. I've been in that situation before where
Right.
I, as a person, this person was great, right? But now we in a relationship a year and some change later, and like the same shit is going on. He, as a person, you doing the same shit. Like I'm looking around and everything in this bitch is still mine. Like you haven't, you know what I'm saying?
Contributed to nothing.
You
like,
still don't
ain't-
have a vehicle, like, you know what I'm saying? It's something it was me because I see this stuff,
Right.
but I'm also like, you know, people get better. I'm not judging you off of that, but like
It
this
just wasn't
shit
enough
is
for
still,
you. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, what I'm saying. It just doesn't serve me no more. I'm not saying that he didn't do nothing for me, like great human, like did you know he did great things, but this no longer serves me. And I'm not saying you don't do shit for me, but you also have to count that like when it's no longer serving, you gotta know when to like move the fuck
Yeah,
around respectfully. And it
absolutely.
doesn't mean like you're a bad person. It's just like where I see myself
We're in different
going,
places now.
I'm about to surpass you in a space in where I'm gonna have I can't pull you up because you don't
I
want to
feel
come.
like you
I've
don't
been
wanna
trying
come.
to as a woman
Yeah.
too. I'm trying so hard to be like, come on, babe, come on.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't.
I don't
like,
want to.
like, you know,
I'm
and,
good
and that's
right
okay,
here.
and that's okay. But I
I
have
was
to.
also
I
in a
have to move
situation
on.
like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that this is the last one. Last question for y'all. How do you demand your worth without being transactional?
Boundaries. If you know your expectations from the start, like it at no point should it get to that point where you look up and realize somebody hasn't been exchanging the energies or reciprocating what you've given them.
Break down like with an example how boundaries play into that. I think I know where you're going, but I want you to explain.
I
it thoroughly.
just okay, so like if I start fucking with a nigga and I know what my standards are, even if I like this nigga a lot already, you not gonna be able to get past this.
surpass
Like
a
you're
certain
not
point.
gonna be able to skip over coming at me like this because I like you or because like you were saying like if I know you already, we ain't going on a date. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. We going on a date. You taking me on a date. That we could have known each other for years. If you want to change the way that we are dealing with each other from friends to this, you're gonna take me on a date. If I already like this person, because maybe we've been around a lot for a long time, whatever, I'm not just gonna let him get over that because we know each other.
Facts. Get it.
So now it's a year down the line, and I'm like, hey, I want to go on a date. Like, you know, bitch, what the fuck I gotta date you for? Like, what do I gotta do that for? And it's just like, damn, I fucked up. I fucked up not setting that standard, and now he think that this shit is cool. How do I get from up under that without losing my nigga? Without my nigga losing me? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like boundaries. You gotta set that shit from the start.
That's a great
Period. You know.
Booyah.
Roll call. But yeah, I just feel like boundaries. Like I feel like I talk about boundaries so much, but I said it and at Cam's Corner, it literally leads our life with everything.
That's facts.
Period.
That's facts.
Can you ask the question again? I know that.
How do you demand your self-worth without being transactional?
Respectfully for how I am, I don't really demand anything. I just kind of, I am a very organic person. So as it comes, I don't know. I just feel like it's either it's going to surpass a certain level or it's not. I'm just like kind of peeping the scene type of thing.
You'll just stop talking to the person if it don't feel right, basically.
Yeah, like if it's just not right, then it's just not right. Like I don't want to be rude or nothing, but it's just like it's not right for me.
So you're not a person that's gonna be like express like, hey, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It's just like,
depends.
But I don't have my things of you have to be doing this are more like you can't talk to me disrespectfully. I am not really you don't have to take me on a date. Like I hate the caliber of woman I think that I am. I feel like maybe you should take me on a date, but like that's just not my thing. Like we can kick it, not at my house, right. But you know what I'm saying. Like we can,
there is
we can do regular shit. Like I don't need a lot of shit. Like we could talk, we could ride on. Like and I hate that I am that type of bitch, but I am.
Why?
Because I just feel like I'm cool with kicking it, like literally kicking it, right?
Do you feel like it's a stigma to the things you like?
I think it's a stigma, and it makes me. But I don't have to say like I'm this type of bitch. Like you can tell I'm this type of bitch by how I am, but because I don't require you to like take me out or on a date or to a six. Yeah, and it's not sweet. Like you know what I'm saying? But and also I like to see how a man just gonna come at me. Like how do you see me? You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna offer a date? Because I'm probably gonna be like, let's just go grab drinks. Like, like let's just go to a bar, let's kick it, whatever, like that. Yeah. So,
I feel that. I don't know. For me, like the man of your worth thing is crazy.
Wow.
I just don't fuck with the worth thing.
I don't want to tell nobody how to treat.
Oh, from a woman or
no, from anybody.
Yeah.
Like this is my thing with worth, self-worth, whatever you want to call it. Anything is only worth what somebody is willing to pay for it. Period.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I want to sell my house, right, I might feel like my house is worth $300,000. That's what I feel like the worth is. Mm-hmm. If I put that shit on the market and I'm not getting no $300,000 buyers, my house, my options are either one, I'm gonna have to drop the price down to the $200,000 buyers that's offering me money, or I'm gonna have to take them house back off the market. I'm not gonna sell my house. It's one or the other, right?
Or you gotta upgrade
the only thing that I can do is go inside of the house
and build it up.
Put some new floors down, put some new stainless steel appliances, put some of these things down. And now when those $300,000 buyers circle back around and look, they go, damn, they got this, they got that. I might offer $300,000 now. I might offer more to make sure I get it. Mm-hmm. But until those approvals get made, your ass is over with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So fuck what you feel like you're worth. It doesn't matter how you feel. Like
that's what
you can be out here like, oh, I'm this bitch and I'm that nigga and I'm worth this and I'm worth that. If ain't nobody coming your way like that, you need to check yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like the demanding your worth thing to me is crazy. Yeah. Because you're gonna know your worth based on what you're attracting.
Yeah.
Like that is your worth.
Yes.
Your worth is what you attract.
I have a disconnection with it as well. I just feel like I don't want to teaching somebody how to love me. Yes, because everyone loves differently. Everyone's love language is different. Of course, I'm going to teach someone how to love me specifically. I don't want to teach somebody how to treat me though.
Yeah,
right.
How you treat people is how you treat people. Period. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be with somebody that only treat me as like a good person because I'm their bitch.
Yeah,
or like I want to just be treated right because you treat everybody right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to sit here and be like, I need you to do this, and I need you to do this, and I need you to do this, and that's what's gonna make me happy. Mm-hmm. And then the nigga gotta go be like, okay, shit, let me go do this. Let me go. Okay, I gotta do this. Okay, I gotta do this. You happy? Yeah. And it's just like, no, I want you to do for me what you see fit. When you look at me and you see my value and my worth, how do you wanna?
I think that is great.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want to do? How you coming?
Yeah, I think this is great. I think that you still might need to like tailor it.
Absolutely.
Because like they might be trying to show love the way that they know
Absolutely.
how. So they might be like flooding you with love that
and I'm
you
like,
can't
that's
feel.
too much.
Like, that's not ain't that you saying
well, not
that's
enough.
too much. It just might. You just might not.
It's not.
recognize
Yes.
it. It just might not register to you as much because it's like that's
'Cause
not,
it's
the
not
type
what
of
I
shit
want.
that you into. So you might have to tailor it a little bit. But I do think as long as you see the effort,
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
like okay, like you
Like, okay, you actually
coming correctly.
Yes.
It's just I gotta like
I gotta be like, okay,
redirect
like,
it
yeah,
a
that
little
was
bit.
cool, but I feel like you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this, like this. But if a nigga
sure.
trying and I ain't gotta like get no step by
like
step.
for example, if Ramee like quality time, shit like that, and a nigga come with date after date after date, she's looking like, okay, this is not my
You
thing.
steady take me in
but I
public.
see that you like me though.
Yeah.
So
You're
so
trying.
now let me tell you what I like.
Do a date inside at the house.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, do a date at the
but
crib.
and that's
Like,
some
do-
niggas do need to be told what y'all like.
yeah,
sometimes.
for sure.
Yeah.
I just
Is
don't
it-
want to run down.
Is it
I
bad that I like? I mean, obviously, like there's some
Ramee
trouble.
always like, is it
Because
bad?
it's a troubleshooting thing, but it's also like I like niggas who, you know, you have people humanly that you never met, but like you could tell a joke and they get it. Versus you gotta explain the joke to others. I like people. I like
the worst.
men. Like no, but like that's how I like today. Like I like niggas who get the joke. Like you get me. Like without me having to be like, this is what I like. And I know you have to do that to a certain extent with certain things. But like I like that we can talk to each other like this. So like you don't have like we don't have different temperaments and shit. I know you're not gonna be the same as your person, but like I am attracted to people. I'm like, damn, this is easy in this space. And so even if we hit a hard spot, we speak the same
Yes,
language.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't speak Spanish and you don't speak French. We both like hola, hola, hola. Like we both speaking the same shit. And like I prefer that. And it's not to say that I like look over French speakers, but it's just like I, you know what I'm saying? Like that should just be like
That ain't my
all right,
language, though.
It ain't my language. Like, and I'm not interested. I will tend to learn depending on the person, but like preferably I like people that
Speak my language.
speak my language and temperament and just like you get my joke.
morals and
sure.
Yeah.
values, everything.
Sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Fact.
All right, that was my last question. I got a story time though. I was dating this chick, and she was like, I think I just told you about this on the phone.
Yeah.
Right? I was dating this girl, and we went out on a date first. So we were cool.
Excuse me.
So that was one thing. We were cool. We were
Prior to?
friends.
Okay, so I was already friends prior to. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You had
And then
access.
I took her out on a date, right? I didn't pull a whole link up shit. I took her out on a, and I had been at her crib multiple times as a friend. But I took her out on a date. All right, cool. The date was all right. Whatever. So I think the next weekend we went out to a bar. She was out with her people and invited me out. Went out to a bar, bought some drinks, whatever. Cool. Went back to her crib after that. I think spent the night at her crib. Didn't do shit. Didn't fucking nothing like that. The next weekend I slid to her crib again. We kicked it at her crib. And when I left, she told me, if you want to come back to my house, you have to take me on a date before you come back to my house. And like my thing was kind of like we only went on one date at that point. We went out and kicked it the next weekend, which is how I ended up at your house. But it's not like it's not like I'm trying to link up and slide to your crib every
First
weekend.
of
Like,
all-
and I don't mind taking you on a date, but like, what the fuck are you talking about?
She snapped.
Like-
She super snapped because, bitch, I just spent the night over here last week and we was
Right.
cool. It was fine.
Right.
Now I slide again and it's like, so you wanted me to like, it was basically like date period. Date for spending the night. Like, I
I don't
gotta
know.
take you on a date
I don't know
to
what
come
it
to your
was.
house.
I don't know what it was, but I just felt like if I had been over there like 3-4 times, or I had even if I
Even that
had
was
been,
as a friend though.
even though I hadn't been over, you said what?
That was as a friend though.
No,
No,
these
I'm
next
saying
two times.
if I had been over there 3-4 times on some dating shit and didn't take on a date, I could see it. Or if I even tried to come
it's
over
the
there
fact
that
that
many
you didn't.
times. Let's
Y'all
say I
have
was
been
trying to
going on
come and she
dates.
was saying no. Even if I'm just like every weekend, I'm just like, hey, can I slide to your crib? Can I slide to your crib? I could see it. But it's like, that's not the situation. It's kind of like, this is the only time I ever slid to your crib without us going out.
Did y'all fuck?
Yeah, that's
No.
what I was gonna ask too.
Wow,
Y'all never
I'm
fucked?
confused.
We never. I stopped talking to her after that shit. Well, at
Oh,
that
yeah.
point, we had never. I only spent the night. I mean, I only came to our house those 2 times. while
Oh
we
damn!
were
I was gonna
talking.
say if y'all
And
fucked,
then-
it would have made a little sense.
A
A little
little?
sense.
We didn't
But
even fuck.
yeah, I don't know what that was.
I was like,
I don't know what that was.
I feel like that is like epitome of transactional because like
It felt.
wait, did
That's
you?
the most transactional shit.
Wait, I got
ever
a question.
Felt
When,
like,
when y'all were dating or you took her on a date
yeah,
and then y'all went to a bar, right?
not the same weekend. When,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I'm trying to see because some women categorize like a
Going- like
hangout
hanging
versus
up.
like this is a date.
Not hanging up. Linking up
No,
at the bar. I don't consider that a date.
Like versus like
I
this
didn't
is a
consider it a
date.
date.
Like
Right, but we linked up, bitch, and I paid for all this shit, and like
So technically you took her on one date, right?
Took it on one day, yeah.
and then you spent the
Then
night
y'all
twice.
kicked it.
So like she probably felt that sex was coming very soon, and it's just like I might be feeling you.
Like, I want to fuck this nigga. Let me make sure you.
But are you gonna really take me on a date? Like, is this one thing to get me? Like, the niggas do the one thing to get you,
But I didn't even try to fuck.
No, but I mean that's the game
When I
too.
spent
Like,
the
if some,
night.
it's the game. They come over the next night, they fuck, they do it. They want to fuck. But I'm saying, but I'm saying like maybe in her mind it was like we getting close to this step of fucking. Like. Is you taking me serious? Like, is date something that you do? Like, we went out one time, you tried to get me, cool. Like, we linked up, but like, are we going on a date? And I don't agree with it, but like, I'm just trying to like go in my woman mind and be like,
Yeah,
it was whack as hell to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it was like she was cool, but like after she asked me that, it was a wrap. Like
I would want to know her mindset. That's what you should have did before you dropped her.
like.
Asked her.
Please
I should call her. And
explain
ask her.
to me
She's
exactly
still cool.
what you. Please explain to me exactly
What
what
were you?
meant.
What
did you mean?
What the fuck were you thinking?
What did you mean by that?
What the fuck were you thinking?
When you dropped,
I think it just came from, in my opinion, it just came from like a slew of bad previous experiences.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, bitch, I don't mind taking you on a date. Like, at
I
all.
already see.
Like,
I already did.
I wanna kick it with you. And it's not like the date was a month ago. It was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Like, and we only see each other on weekends. So it's not like,
See,
it's
she
not,
was-
that's another thing. It's not like we spending hella time together. Like, I've only seen you 3 times. We went on a date. We went to a bar.
She
and
was
that's how
ready
you
to
went the
fuck.
other time.
She was ready to fuck. She was ready to fuck.
But she had to get her
She
defense
was ready
deposit
to
first.
fuck. She was ready
Yeah,
to
that
fuck.
shit was dead.
That's what because that now when you said that was just like, oh, she was ready to have sex and didn't want to do it without having something to show for it.
Her defense deposit. She's getting her dinner date. One more thing before we go to, you said something. There's a way to talk to a man by putting something in his ear versus telling him what he needs to do. You said like, I put it in your ear like, hey babe, I heard about this restaurant.
Yeah, I do that
Oh,
with
it looks so
a lot of shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the way I go about it because I feel like once you start telling a man
I'm
like,
sick with the shit.
I need
Wordplay
this,
K.
you need to do this, then
Once
he
that's
feel
my
like
verbiage.
yeah.
If you want to come back over my house again, you have to take me on a date. Bitch, okay, so I'm going to take you on this date. If my aim is really just to fuck, I'm going to take you on this date. I'm going to fuck and I'm going to dip.
Yeah.
Now what you got out of it?
And I'm gonna make you feel so fucking
you gonna
good.
feel so good,
And now you feeling
now
shitty.
it's just
Like,
gone. Like
I'm
rug
not gonna
snatch
lie.
from under the rug snatch from both of your ass. Because it's like, what? That's not organic.
I'm not gonna lie. It's that's a better way to do it, which y'all just said. Like the whole like, oh, I heard about this. Once a guy catches on to that, it's gonna feel the exact same.
Oh well, no. If you
don't
doing it
do
all the
all-
time,
no, not do it
then
all the
if it's not
time.
genuine,
You don't have to do it all the time. Once a nigga catch on to that, if she brings this up, this is what she wants to do, it's gonna feel the exact same way, and it's gonna feel less genuine than you just asking me. Like, cause I did it. A chick
But I
who-
am asking you though.
No, you're saying like instead of asking a nigga being transactional, like take me here, you're saying put it in his ear, like, hey, I heard about this, whatever. My thing is this: like I dated a chick who used to send me, instead of just putting it in my ear, whatever. It was kind of similar. She would just send me posts of Chicago foodie places, or oh damn, this looks nice, this is cute, woo, woo. And after I caught on, it was like, bitch, you're asking me to take you here. And it felt the exact same way, but it felt less genuine because it's like, bitch, just asked me to take you here.
No, I'm not asking for no nigga
Like-
to take you on no date. Like that's just crazy.
well, it depends on where y'all led with it. Because I feel like if you in a certain spot with a dude, it's like, ooh, let's try this. Like
I
versus,
didn't, yeah, I didn't
that's
mind her
the- yeah,
accent.
that's
We was at a
different.
point where I didn't mind her accent at all.
But she just didn't.
I
She
thought-
was
but-
still
It was
like,
just, yeah, it was just,
I
it was
felt-
like,
ass.
this is
or
actually
maybe
Cause now I gotta
that's.
look this shit up. I don't even know what this shit is on this post. Like, what the fuck is this? Now I gotta look this shit up. I don't even know the name
I
of
feel
it.
like that's
It's
why
what
you
the fuck?
took it though. I feel like if I send it, it's like
this
well,
is me
looks-
asking.
Babe,
Like,
like
look at this spot. This
babe,
I
like
think-
this
I
so
think this would be
cute.
cool
Like
if
let's
we went
go. Not
It ain't
like
like I'm
Same
just
thing.
leaving.
I'm not trying to trick you.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like I'm like,
I
oh,
don't
look
think
at
that you're
this.
trying to trick me. I think that you could have just asked me.
How
It's like my
ask-
son do it all the time. My son like, will come stand at my door and be like, "Hey, can I come in your room?" I know you want to play the game, Carl. Just ask
Oh,
me to play the
that's
fucking
free.
game.
Aw.
And yes, you can play the
Like,
game.
mommy?
Like, just ask me.
Maybe it's that I feel like when you put both of those scenarios together, it's probably like, don't deny me, but
It's very passive.
it is.
deny
It is.
me.
It is. I get it.
Do
It's
you
like,
want to take?
Yeah.
just don't say no. Please don't say no.
I got trauma.
I was sending with some eyeballs, like, with some.
Want to go here?
Cam's corner.
Want to try this? Cam's Corner, as you guys always know, sticking to the topic. This is very short. I think in regards to transactional dating, I think that there are healthy ways to do so and there are negative ways to do so. The healthy ways, in my opinion, are the organic transactional dating, when it's just happening and no one's focused on what they're giving or what they're receiving. You just want to do for this person because of how you feel about them, and you're not basing what you do for them off what they do for you. The negative standpoint is, of course, when it gets to that point where you realize that you've been doing more for a person in your eyes, because it's also taking into account what Terry said, when sometimes you be so focused on what a person is not giving you that you don't realize how much they have given you. It may not be what you want. So you need to ask exactly for what you want. That's when the communication comes in. In regards to boundaries, I think that if you set your boundaries early in advance, and this is for men and women, you set your boundaries early on, you set your standards, and you follow them. You don't let liking a person or loving a person or finally getting this person after you've been trying for so long, you don't let that deter you from your boundaries and your standards. Don't let people skip over steps, because that's how you be a year in, 2 years in, whatever, and you look up and you realize that you're not being satisfied in the way that you feel like you're satisfying. Also, when it comes to transactional dating in a healthy way, you cannot love somebody in your love language unless the person's love language is the same. But you have to love people the way that they want to be loved. And that comes with learning a lot. That comes with listening. That comes with learning. That comes with paying attention. If you do those things, you can't figure out how to love somebody. Women, I think that we need to find a better way of communicating exactly what we want from men without the, you got to give me this in order to get that. Because one thing I'm going to tell you, tell a nigga that's like telling a nigga exactly what you want, what you looking for in a nigga. That nigga going to be just that. You tell a nigga he got to do this to get that, he going to do just that to get that and probably be gone because, bitch, who the fuck you think you is? So it's just like communication, boundaries. Stop expecting shit from people. Stop looking at people's social medias and seeing that they do this, that, and the third and thinking that they have this, that, and the third to offer. They don't be even having this sometimes. Get to know a person. And by doing that, you spend time with a person. And it's really, I honestly feel like I learned the most about people on dates. I think it's the intimate situation. It's the face-to-face, looking directly in my eyes. It's the not being able to take your time texting back, it's right here on the spot. Like, hey, who are you? And you get a lot from a person off a date. A lot of people will X themselves out on the first date. If not the first, then damn near the second. If it gets past that, this kind of seems like somebody you can vibe with, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. If you like somebody, you love somebody, remember to give the same energy that you want in return. That's it. Cam's Corner.
Cam's Corner. That was good. My cheat code for the day is date bitches that you like. Date women that you like. I said I was gonna say bitches are less in 2023. I say that every year. Date women that you like. This is a cheat code for my guys specifically. Date women that you like. Stop dating chicks that you don't like. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more genuine. You don't have to double overthink things. Like, you like her, act like you like her. Don't be weird about it. And then if you don't know you like her, stop taking her on dates. Stop taking chicks on dates if you don't. No, I ain't gonna say like. I'm gonna say interest. You don't know her yet. But if you're not genuinely interested, stop it, bro. And if she doesn't show you anything to make you genuinely interested, don't take her on a date. I don't care how fine she is. I don't care how much you want to talk to her, you want to get to know her. If she wants to sit on the phone with you for 30 minutes, 2-3 times, so you can see if she got some personality and see if you really want to take her out, then don't fucking do it. Because chances are she's not that interested in you if she don't want to give you a 30-minute phone conversation before a date. Like,
I hate talking
if she
on the
can't text
phone.
you back or call,
But I will.
or you know what I'm saying? If she can't text you back or get on the phone with you real quick, and all she just looking forward to is this Friday when y'all going on a date and you can't hear from her till then, nigga, stop it.
She don't want on a date Tuesday, Thursday.
In other news, before we wrap it up, you're gonna hear this on a Wednesday. So if you're not listening to this on Wednesday, you're late. But you're gonna hear this on a Wednesday, hopefully in the morning. On a Thursday night, which is tomorrow night, right? We're gonna have a clubhouse to talk about this episode that you're hearing right now. The link to that clubhouse is going to be in the bio. The clubhouse is going to be on Thursday at 8 o'clock Central Time. I don't know what the fuck that is in your time zone. Figure it out. But the clubhouse is going to be at 8 o'clock Central Time. And we're going to do that every single week. So if you listen to this on a Friday, you're a day late and $1 short. But it's still okay because the clubhouse is going to be replayable. You can go back and listen to it. But this is a chance for us to interact with you all and get to know you and see where all of these listeners that we have, where y'all from, what y'all think. Y'all listening to this, y'all got something to say? Y'all got something y'all want to add to the conversation? Let's get y'all voice out here. Let's talk. Let's get to know each other. If you don't have a Clubhouse account, it's cool. Clubhouse is not something that you have to get an invite to anymore. It's an open app for everybody. So the link in the description of this show will lead you directly to the Clubhouse that we're talking about. It's already scheduled, and you can, click whatever you need to click to join the room and be reminded about it and all type of shit. It's a great app. Download it. Ramee, where can they find you?
Catch me in traffic as always.
Finna say that.
Ramee the motherfucking writer. That's it. That's all.
For sure. All right, we out.